Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today I'm going to share with you a card that is called, well, that I am calling because I don't know what to call it, but the Embossing Folder Spot Smush. I don't know what else to call it. I might come up with something else when I go to put a label on this card because that just doesn't sound right with the smush. But just wanted to let you know that I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and if you are in need of a demonstrator, just let me know. I can mail you a catalog and let you also know that if you sign up, or like if you purchase anything from me of $35 or more, you can get some tutorials from me. And let me show you what I did for the last month, which if you buy from me this month, you will get, in July, you will get the PDF for this. Really nice. Let's see, let me move it up a little bit so you can see the bottom. And you will get the PDF for this of mine, and you will get 15 other tutorials with pictures and step-by-step instructions. So let's get started on my project. I am not going to show you what we're doing yet because I wanted it to kind of be a surprise. So we're going to come in with the Embossing Folder Parisian Flourish, and there are two sides, obviously. One where it's flat and these go in, and one where they're sticking up. You're going to want to do it on the side where it's going in. And I'm going to use, I found that if you use lighter colors, it works much better. So I'm using Blushing Bride in a spot, and I'm just going to swirl some Blushing Bride around. Doesn't matter any rhyme or reason on how you do it, just so long as you get it on there. And I'm trying not to get my re-inker dirty with that, with the Blushing Bride. Then I did a little bottle, one of our old mists I filled with alcohol and then a few drops of the champagne mist. And it makes this beautiful sparkly liquid that I'm going to use here right now. Oh, I'll spray it here. And I'm going to spray that, and then I'm going to come in with a piece of Glimmer White because it's a little thicker, and I like it to be a little thicker because it can handle getting wet. Alright, so I have that in there, and I'm going to bring in my machine, which we will be getting a new machine here next month for us demonstrators. So if you are wanting to get it as soon as you can, join my team and you can get it too. Alright, so I'm going to run this through, and I'm going to run it through twice. Alright. And this is how it came out. And I'm going to spritz it a little bit more because I want it to even be more like moving around. Then I'm going to come in, I know this doesn't seem right, but with the heat tool and dry it. Okay, now that it's dry, I'm going to come in with the Blushing Bride, and you could do the Blushing Bride or the Pool Party, but since my background is Blushing Bride, I'm going to go ahead and use this. And you just take your re-inker or your spot, and since these are raised, you just bring it across, and it will get onto the parts that are raised, but still leave the background. I just love how this came out. Okay, so then we have that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. All right, let me show you a little closer so you can maybe see the sparkle. Not sure if you can in this light, but man, is it really sparkly. So we're gonna have that. Then I'm gonna come in with some crinkle ribbon, and I'm going to color it with the Pool Party blend. And this is the dark. And I'm going to do quite a bit because I'm going to make a bow as well as have it go across. Okay, now I'm going to let that sit for a minute to let it dry. And we're going to go ahead and do our sentiment, which I am going to be getting from the stamp set, Peaceful Moments. And if I can find where I stuck my little piece of paper, right here. Okay. And I'm going to use the markers for the Blushing Bride and the Pool Party because that will bring in both of the colors. And since the Blushing Bride is a little lighter, I'm going to use that on the big part here. Whenever you're using markers, you want to huff on it to give it what we like to call the breath of life. And put it in here. So didn't that come out good? All right, then we're going to use the Timeless Label punch. I think that's what this is. Nope, that's not what it is. That's what I used before. This is the Timeless Label. I used the wrong one before, and then I go to find it and give you the name, and it's retired, which is not good. So I don't like to use anything that is not current. So I'm going to go ahead and sponge with the Pool Party just to give it some lightness behind, so it's not so white when you go to look at the card. Okay. Alright, then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of that. And by the time I'm done with this, that ribbon should be dry. And I'm at the end of my dimensionals, so I'm just using my edges because that's the best to use it all. Alright, and then I'm going to use one here. I like a lot of dimensionals. I feel like it needs it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to bring this in, and this was 3 3/4. No, this was, let's see. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I'm going to come in with my Stampin Seal. Put this on here. I do love techniques. I've kind of gotten away from them lately, so it's nice to come back and have something to share with you. Alright, now I am going to bring in my ribbon that I've already shaded and cut that. And then I'm going to put this up, not quite halfway. I like it to be a little above half. I don't know why, but that's the way I like it. Okay. So you just push it on the back and then it holds. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it onto a piece of the Blushing Bride, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and do the Stampin' Seal on the back. Whoop. Well, this one's about ready to be gone. I think I've gone through 3 of these so far. I like it. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to do a bow, which I don't think I gave myself enough room for a bow, so I'm going to have to color a little bit more. And what I do is I just do bunny ears because that seems to be very easy, and poke it through. For some odd reason, that's just what I've always done when it comes to bow tying, and it always comes out the way I like it, so I stick with it. Alright, then I'm going to use a glue dot to put this on. And then come in with my sentiment. This is a pretty easy card to do. I love the differences that the other folders and colors make. I'll show you here in a minute the other samples I have, because some of them are like really in your face on the colors, and I don't know that I like that, so I just kept going until I made something that I really loved. Alright, then I'm going to come in with the Elegant Faceted Gems, and I'm going to use my snips to just bring in these. Whoops. This one, the glue dot, is not quite under it. There we go. There, just adds a little bit of bling. I'm not sure you can see, but I love it. Okay, so here is one I did with mint macaron and the Blushing Bride. That one uses the Scripty folder. I really kind of like how that worked, and then I did the mint macaron on the top. This one I really like, but I am so surprised that I like it because it's really bold. But it uses the holiday rhinestones, and I colored the ribbon that I just used black so that it would pop, and the well wishes words here, and I really love how this came out. And this one uses the Argyle. They absolutely Argyle, and it uses the Mango Melody and Just Jade, or not Just Jade, the green here. I'll have it written down because I can't remember the name of it right this second. So that is what I've done so far. I hope you enjoy this, and make sure to subscribe to this channel and leave me a message if you liked it or didn't like it, I guess. Just let me know how you feel, and I will see you next time. Thank you.